All right, I've talked to numerous times about buying in the end of September, early October. So if you look at here, May, I stopped putting money in. I've been putting all my money sitting in cash. And I'm just going to give you an example of how I do my 401k plan. Since May, every deposit into my 401k went into cash. And you can see from May, it went up. But that, if I was putting money in, that would have meant I'm buying on the up. And now it's kind of come back down. So I can buy much lower prices than I would have been buying if I were buying up in here. This is my company's growth fund, aggressive growth fund. Also, I would be investing in the small caps. Okay, so you can see in May, since I didn't put any of my money in there, all the money I would have been putting in there, I'm buying at a lower price. That would be small caps. And that'd be pretty close to true for anybody else's small caps in your funds. They pretty much mimic each other. They have the same investments. They follow the same index. So here's your mid cap fund. Again, here's in May. Sure, I could have bought here, but I didn't have that money yet. All that money was from May on has been in the cash fund. So I'm almost able to buy it back for what it was going for in May. This really wouldn't be a bad price to be buying in at. And the market is crashing today. It is crashing hard. So it will be even lower today. A real estate fund, this is one that I want to be involved in, but it's really low. But unfortunately, it gets hit by those interest rates climbing. So I pulled money out a while ago, and it's down about 30% from when I sold. So technically, long-term buying, this would be probably maybe a good time to buy it. I feel like I don't want to buy real estate until I see the interest rates stable or come down. The first sign of it coming down would probably be a good time to put money back into this real estate. And then we have energy funds. So my energy funds, I'm looking to take profits out and go buy the things here that are down. And also take money from the cash and buy the things that are down. Why am I not a strong buyer right now? I am very worried about the CPI report coming out October 12th. I just don't see how the numbers are going to go down. It's been too much, and I don't see it going down. And then that's October 12th, and then October 11th you also have the PPI report coming out. So those two things, I'm not expecting great numbers, but I could be wrong. I would watch for that because that's what the Fed is watching. And I made a video last week. I never even put it out, but I talked about the CPI spiking up and the stock market going to crash immediately on the news that the Fed would talk hawkish. He did. He's not due to do any more rates until November. The reason why it would go up in November is because the Fed, according to all the analysis, all these experts, the Fed's supposed to announce that this will be the last rate hike. I just don't see him saying that. He never said that. All these specialists are saying that, and the market hasn't crashed based on that speculation. But if the numbers don't turn around, that's going to be a hard thing for the Fed to come out and just go ahead and say, yeah, we're not going to raise rates anymore. That would be a sign of reducing rates in 2024, which is somewhat speculated. I don't see it happening. But the biggest problem right now for me, why I'm not investing, is this right here. With the government shutdown in front of us, and it doesn't look like they're going to resolve it, at least by the due date, because September 30th is the due date, right? Now, here's what I think is going to happen. They're not going to resolve it on Friday. Friday might be a good time to buy because they might resolve it on Saturday. So if you want to speculate and make money, you might buy on a Friday. If they solve on Saturday, the second, the stock market should probably skyrocket on the news. That might all be temporary coming up on the CPI report, but a buying opportunity may be the 29th. But if the budget doesn't get resolved, and they sound like they're both being pretty stubborn, who knows when it's going to get resolved? And as long as it's not resolved, I don't see the stock market going up anywhere until this gets figured out. So be aware of that coming up here in the next week.